First, the big news at this hour, there have been 2 bomb blasts within the premises of a church in Peshawar in Pakistan following the end of Sunday Mass. Several people killed, many more injured. 500 people were said to be present at the time of those blasts. 4 women, 6 children among the dead. 13 of the injured are believed to be very critical. Yusra joining us at this point for more. Yusra, the numbers of the dead seem to have gone up significantly since we last spoke. What is it that you're hearing at this point?
Yes, absolutely. Unfortunately, the figures seem to be rising steadily. At least 40 people are reported dead and 70 others injured. We are also receiving reports that at least 6 children are among the dead. Many women are also reported among the dead. 13 of the injured are reported to be critical. Prime Minister Sharif, who is en route to New York, has sent out a message of condolence to the families of those who have been killed. The Prime Minister has said that terrorists have no religion and targeting innocent people is against teachings of Islam and all other religions. He further added that such cruel acts of terrorism reflect brutality and an inhuman mindset of the terrorists.
Right, we're also being joined at this point on the phone line by Ayaz Amir, columnist with the news in Pakistan. Mr. Amir, at this point, is this perhaps, a first where a church has been attacked actually while Mass was going on? The numbers of the dead rising as we speak. We believe close to 500 people were in the church at the time.
Yes, well, it's, all one can say is to bring out the usual words of regret. A sad incident and part of the pattern that has been going on in that part of Pakistan for a long time. And it becomes especially striking because there have been talks about peace talks with, there has been talk of peace talks with the Taliban. But after the recent attack and the death of a senior officer of the army, and now this, I think that talks option is now blown out of the sky, and it's back to the usual thing, but it's very sad, and it's also very stupid on the part of the Taliban, because perhaps they're thinking of exerting more pressure on the provincial government, the Imran Khan-led party government in the frontier, in the KPK, and perhaps thinking that more psychological pressure will move them further towards talks and further towards saying that there should be peace negotiations with the Taliban. But it's all a very sad picture. I think the recent initiative, this really blows it up.
Well, a shadow on that initiative, of course, but for the moment at least, no group has claimed responsibility so far for these latest attacks.
Well, if the past pattern sticks, I think the Taliban wouldn't delay accepting responsibility, but the attacks in that part, I mean, that has been a trouble-hit region of the country, and over the last 5 years too, Peshawar has taken a heavy toll. I mean, the entire psychology, the outlook of the city has changed because the tribal areas are very close. The hot centers of terrorism are not very far from there. So coming into Peshawar, attacking it like this really is not, in physical terms, it's not much of a problem. So it's a troubled city for a long time, and this is the latest incident really, which adds to that story and the picture of gloom and decay around Peshawar.
Ayaz Amir, thanks very much indeed for joining NDTV 24/7 with your responses. Well, let's listen in to an eyewitness account of just what happened in those minutes right after Sunday Mass at that church in Peshawar.
ये जालिम कौम है, नमाज के लिए भी नहीं छोड़ते, जुल्म कर दिया, बच्चे देखो अंदर आके, बेऔरतों को देखो क्या हाल हो गया है, जालिमों को रहम करो, न मस्जिदों को फर्क है, न मंदिरों में किसी जगह पे सुकून नहीं है।
मेरे भतीजा मेरे कजन सारा चर्च आज गलती से मैं इधर नहीं थी।
अच्छा मुझे ये बताएं, आप ख्याल में यहाँ सिक्योरिटी जो थी वो मुनासिब थी?
मुनासिब नहीं थी।
क्या होता है?
ये स्क्वाड 2 पुलिस वाले होते हैं, 2 पुलिस वाले होते हैं। पुलिस वाले हमेशा उधर गप्पों में लगे रहते हैं।
हालात देखें आप अंदर जाके इमरजेंसी में, किसी का सर नहीं है, किसी के पाँव नहीं है, छोटे बच्चे बिल्कुल उनको नजर भी नहीं आ रहे, चेहरे भी नजर नहीं आ रहे उनके।
सारे पुलिस वाले गायब थे, कोई पुलिस वाला जो चलो सामने नहीं था।
जुल्म कर
इतना जुल्म हुआ है, इतना जुल्म।
जब मैं अंदर आया तो यहाँ पर इबादत गाह अंदर चल रही थी, तो जैसे ही वहाँ से लोग बाहर निकले तो यहाँ पर चावल की यहाँ पर देते हैं ना, तो जैसे ही लोग बाहर निकले एक जोरदार धमाका हुआ है।